I've been to Israel many times. The whole country's a fortress. When I first heard this story, I still had the same gut instinct that I did initially. I find this very hard to believe.
Hello everyone, we're out here walking again and we're almost done. I know I always get you guys at the end of our walk, but it feels so good out here. I was just enjoying the wind blowing, the temperature is perfect, the sun is shining, and for once my poor little pup isn't hyperventilating and trying to get air, because it had been so hot here for so long, and it's finally cooling off. So how's everyone doing? I hope all is well with you guys. So you guys, I'm gonna take this walk and finally speak my opinion about the war that's going on in like everyone says, Israel does have a right to retaliate because they were attacked by Hamas. My only feeling about all of this is that yes, go after Hamas, but there are millions, 2 million innocent people in the Gaza Strip who are suffering. There are hundreds, if not by now thousands, of women and children. Last time I checked, over 300 children have lost their lives in this war. Where is it all leading to, and why now? I'm going to let you guys listen to someone who's like an expert in all things Jewish and Israeli, right? This guy is a staunch supporter. Like he educates all about Israel and, you know, what happened to those people in the past, the Holocaust and all of that. He helps students. He's a known supporter, and he has questioned how it is that a place like Israel that has so many guards, like it is highly protected, and how is it that those people from Gaza, Hamas, not Palestinian people, Hamas, that group, how is it that they got in there and they were able to videotape themselves or record, I'm old fashioned saying videotape, but record themselves harming, taking the lives of, and torturing Israeli citizens? How is it that they were able to do that? That was his question. And after hearing that, I heard that on Candace Owens's show this morning, by the way. It just made me think even more. Was this allowed to happen? Because there was civil unrest in Israel, and the people wanted their prime minister, Netanyahu, investigated. And they were at the brink of a civil war, according to reports. And all of a sudden, Hamas, who has always been the underdog type of terrorist against Israel, is able to do this. And now their prime minister, Netanyahu, has total control because they're at war after he declared war. You know, the rules change once you're in a war, right? So he has an iron fist right now when it comes to the rules, right? And I'm not saying, like I said, they had a right to retaliate. But how far will it go that people are saying, okay, leave Palestine, get out, go. Okay, the border that the only border that was supposed to be open is closed. It's been bombed twice by the Israeli forces. There are trucks and trailers waiting to enter with food and water because now there is no water in Palestine. Those trucks cannot enter, and the people trying to cross the border cannot. There were people being shot at, trying to leave Gaza, shot at by what was reported to be Israeli troops. The side that I'm on the side of peace. I'm on the side of children living, not living in terror on either side. Because there were reports of children, saying how they've grown up with all of the bombing and they're always afraid. And it broke my heart. That is another reason why it took me so long to talk about this, because every time I tried, I'd start to cry. Well, not only the children on the Palestinian side, but the children on the Israeli side have also had to grow up with the thought of, are we going to be going into another conflict? What will happen? But, it's on both sides. So what is the solution? I don't know. I'm not military and I'm not, political or anything like that. I know what we can do for both sides is pray. It doesn't matter what your religion is. God hears us. I really and truly believe that. Pray for peace. Because guess what, you guys? If I don't know what's going on right at this minute as I'm making this video, but Turkey has said that if Israel goes in to a ground war, they will get involved. And you know what's going to happen? The U.S. is going to be involved because we put our noses everywhere, right? There are U.S. warships or aircraft carriers right in the Mediterranean Sea, which is causing Turkey to be antsy now. And guess what? Then Iran's going to be in it. And we're all going to be up a creek without a paddle because we depend on oil from OPEC, which is Middle Eastern oil. We depend on lots of things coming in from Russia. So we're literally shooting ourselves in the foot by being nosy, messy, and in everybody's business. Things that should not dictate what we do here in America. We stick our noses in. When there's a little conflict that can be easily solved, I feel, in my opinion, when we as Americans, and not me, I don't get involved, you don't get involved, but you know what I mean. We get involved, sometimes it escalates. It becomes more serious and it causes other countries to come in and support. So are we at the brink of World War III? I hope not. I pray not. But it seems like if we jump in there and start to do too much on the Israeli side, excuse me, then Turkey's coming in and Iran and so on and so forth. And it's going to be a mess for the whole world. You think things are bad now with inflation? Let us get involved even more than we are already involved in the Ukraine war. Let us get involved with this. And we will see suffering in our generation like we've never seen. That is my opinion, how I feel about this whole situation. It's horrible. It's tragic. It's super, super sad. It is heartbreakingly sad. And it's scary. And yes, I believe, like I always say, but I'm a human being and I'm entitled to my feelings. What do you guys think about this? I'm going to put this guy, I forgot his name, sorry. I'll put his little snippet at the end so you can hear this expert on Israel speak about what he was thinking happened. Let's talk about this in the comments.
So I've been to Israel many times. The whole country's a fortress. When I first heard this story, I still had the same gut instinct that I did initially. I find this very hard to believe. I've been to that Gaza border. You cannot go 10 feet without running into a 19-year-old with an AR-15 or an automatic machine gun that is an IDF soldier, right? The whole country is surveilled. And so let me just kind of go through this. We don't talk about Israeli politics very often, and most Americans don't know this. The last 9 months, Israel is on the brink of civil war. It's not an exaggeration. This judicial stuff, there were hundreds of thousands of Israelis taking to the streets because Bibi Netanyahu is basically redefining the Israeli constitution. That's not an exaggeration, right? He said the judicial branch has too much power. There were protests planned this week against Netanyahu, where they anticipated tens of thousands of people to take to the streets. That's all gone, Patrick. Netanyahu now has an emergency government and a mandate to lead. I'm not willing to go so far that saying that Netanyahu knew or there was intelligence here, but I think some questions need to be asked. Was there a stand down order? Was there a stand down order? 6 hours? I don't believe it. Israel's the size of New Jersey. When I took a helicopter ride from Jerusalem to the Gaza border, it's 45 minutes. Wow. 6 hours. They're live streaming the killing of Jews. Did somebody in the government say stand down? That is a legitimate, non-conspiracy question.